In this video, we'll be taking a look at one college football game happening on December 22nd, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one college football game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Georgia Tech versus Central Florida. In the inaugural year of their Big 12 journey, the Central Florida Knights experienced a tumultuous ride characterized by a blend of exhilarating highs and challenging lows. The culmination of their season saw them clinch victory in 3 out of their last 4 games, propelling them into the prestigious Gasparilla Bowl. Although a narrow 1-point defeat was interwoven within that sequence, the Knights concluded the year exhibiting their best football. Now, as Central Florida fans eagerly anticipate their team's performance, there's a cautious hope that the extended break between games won't extinguish the fiery momentum they've built. Parallelly, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets also closed their season on a robust note, securing triumphs in 3 of their last 5 games. Notably, their 2 losses came against formidable opponents, Clemson and Georgia, renowned for their dominance in the realm of college football. The Yellow Jackets faithful are fervently hoping that the team's recent success will persist through the prolonged hiatus, especially given their upcoming clash against Central Florida in the Gasparilla Bowl. In this matchup, Georgia Tech is eyeing their 5th outright victory as underdogs this season. Despite their late-season surge, the Yellow Jackets face defensive challenges, finding themselves ranked 122nd in the nation for yards allowed per game and 105th in points allowed per game. The defensive unit's vulnerabilities are further highlighted by the absence of key players, with starting edge rusher Kyle Kennard and starting corner Kenan Johnson entering the transfer portal. While these departures might be viewed as a potential positive shakeup, the Yellow Jackets recognize the uphill battle their defense faces. Nonetheless, with only 2 notable absences due to injury and the portal, the team remains hopeful that the adage of addition by subtraction holds true. Irrespective of the challenges, the Yellow Jackets' defense is poised for a formidable test, needing to elevate their performance to contend for victory. Central Florida's offense has proven adept at moving the ball, averaging an impressive 31 points per game. Georgia Tech, however, isn't one to shy away from shootouts, evident in their recent scoring prowess, including 31, 45, and 46 points in their last 3 victories alone. With a top 40 ranking in both yards per game and points per play, the Yellow Jackets rely on their potent offense to compensate for defensive shortcomings, resulting in a 9-3 over-under record this season. The dynamics of this matchup present an intriguing scenario for Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King, who boasts 648 rushing yards, 9 rushing touchdowns, and a 26-15 touchdown-to-interception ratio, along with 2,755 passing yards. Exploiting Central Florida's defensive vulnerability against the rush, the Yellow Jackets plan to leverage King's dual-threat abilities. With their strong rushing offense averaging 190.6 yards per game, Georgia Tech aims to establish an early ground game, setting the stage for a balanced and successful passing attack. Central Florida, however, mirrors Georgia Tech's offensive prowess, standing at 7th in yards per game, 6th in yards per play, and 8th in third down conversion percentage. Their run-centric approach, with 57.95% of plays being rushes, has proven effective, boasting 5.8 yards per rush and 231.5 rushing yards per game. Although their defense has conceded significant yards and points throughout the season, a recent trend of 4 consecutive undares suggests an improvement in their defensive form. As the Gasparilla Bowl approaches, Central Florida's primary objective is clear: restrict Georgia Tech to under 30 points for a favorable outcome. Despite the Knights' recent defensive improvements, the Yellow Jackets' consistent ability to score 30 or more points presents a formidable challenge. Central Florida's track record as a single-digit favorite raises questions about their ability to cover the spread, adding an element of uncertainty to the game's outcome. Both teams, with identical 6-6 records, secured their bowl qualifications through diverse paths, creating an intriguing matchup with varying expectations. In terms of consistency and surpassing expectations, the Yellow Jackets emerge as the more resilient squad. Under head coach Brent Key, Georgia Tech experienced a breakthrough, ending a 4-season bowl drought. In contrast, Central Florida, accustomed to finishing above .500, faces the prospect of a subpar season if they fail to secure a victory in this matchup. Statistical comparisons may favor the Knights, but the Yellow Jackets' challenging schedule adds an unpredictable dimension to the outcome. Given the matchup dynamics, the absence of defensive lineman Kyle Kennard, and Georgia Tech's recent successes, a compelling case can be made for the Yellow Jackets to keep things competitive and close in this one. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The defensive prowess of the Yellow Jackets falls short of matching the potency of their offensive capabilities. Throughout the season, the defensive unit experienced vulnerability, yielding a minimum of 30 points on 7 separate occasions. Notable instances include a substantial 38 points conceded against Bowling Green and a considerable 42 points allowed in the face of Clemson's offensive onslaught during the month of November. Their last regular season game against Georgia witnessed a relinquishing of 437 total yards. The pass defense holds a ranking of 45th, offering a modest defensive barrier, while the rush defense is notably a point of weakness, positioned at 131st in the rankings. In terms of offensive statistics, Georgia Tech has demonstrated a commendable ability to put points on the board, averaging a noteworthy 31 points per game over the course of the season, securing them the 43rd position in national rankings. However, on the flip side, their defensive performance is less stellar, with an average concession of 30.5 points per game, placing them at the 104th spot in the country. The defensive journey of the Knights commenced with early struggles but exhibited a noteworthy trajectory of improvement as the season unfolded. Notably, they managed to restrict opponents to 24 or fewer points in 3 consecutive matchups, showcasing commendable defensive prowess. Highlight performances include a mere 3 points allowed against Oklahoma State and a restricted 13 points conceded when facing Houston. The pass defense stands out as a particular strength, securing a 36th place ranking, while the rush defense occupies a somewhat vulnerable position at 121st in the national standings. Central Florida, in terms of offensive output, has demonstrated consistency in putting points on the scoreboard, averaging an impressive 32.5 points per game throughout the season, earning them the 34th spot in national rankings. Conversely, their defensive efforts have resulted in opponents being held to an average of 25 points per game, placing them at the 61st position in the country. Georgia Tech's robust rushing offense, combined with Central Florida's vulnerability against the run, sets the stage for a closely contested game. The potential for a high-scoring affair is further supported by Central Florida's ability to exploit Georgia Tech's defensive weaknesses, making over the projected total our full game total pick. As both teams prepare for this highly anticipated bowl showdown, the intricacies of their strategies and the unpredictable nature of college football leave room for an exciting and closely contested battle on the gridiron. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.